The Burger Girl is back. Welcome to Arbat Street of Vladivostok City, Far East Russia. And today, guys, we're going to try American Russian style of burgers. There are so many different cafes and restaurants in our Arbat Street. And Vladivostok is in Asian Russia, so we have a lot of Asian food around and of course Russian restaurants. But today I want to go first time to the Burger American style restaurant, and they also do grills and ribs. Look at this. They have ice baby combo and it costs 10 US dollars. So let's go inside and let's try it out. I'm going to be your ice Russian baby today. Is this what you do in America? Laying down on a burger, eating so much burgers? Look guys, how Russian people very much like American food. You see how many people came, and here we see very big milkshakes. It cost around 5.5 US dollars. Мороженое попозже. Да, хорошо. А Тетрис можно поиграть? Да, пожалуйста. О, спасибо. The design here is very cute, not very much like American style, but it has some special vibes here. That is fun. They gave me a real Tetris that is works. Wow! Haven't played this since maybe 10 years old. Wow, the screen is so tiny. It's just so weird to see this after using big smartphones. The music style here is pretty crazy. I feel like it's pop American music from 2000s. And also on the television here, they play MTV and the show Pimp My Ride. When I was a child and a teenager, MTV was one of my best favorite channels, and we all like these shows from America, and Pimp My Ride was a very cool show. The capitalist size of the lemonade. It's like a cream soda. Delicious. The size of the lemonade is so big, it's maybe half a liter. The burger arrived like this. The burger is pretty big. It just looks small because this tray is very, very huge like this. Wow. Look at this meat patty. And the bread is not very normal bun. You see, it's not very even. So I think it is homemade bread they use. This is how it looks. And let's remove this stick. What's actually inside? Oh wow, look at this. So it has such sauce. And I see tomato, some salad inside. This is what's going on inside. Wow. It's so fried. Like I feel like it is really grill fried meat. This is so different from just normal fast food burger because here I feel really homemade type of buns and real raw meat. I mean, it's fried, it's just not very so much processed. I think I really like it because sauces there are not very strong, and overall you just feel the taste of good bread and decent meat. And I think This is how good burger should be, right? I approve this capitalist diet because it is delicious, but I would not eat this every day. Now it's time to try ice baby ice cream. It is nice, refreshing sweet, but it doesn't have a strong, milky, creamy taste as a good ice cream have. I really like the food and the place because of its atmosphere. You know what I feel like going back to my teenage years because of music and because of MTV. As a millennial person in Russia, you know, after the 90s, we didn't have much of interesting television, and our first television was actually from the West. We used to watch MTV all the time, and we grew up watching American culture. That's why even now we like to have this cafe with American culture. We like to eat burgers because even though we are like very different two worlds on different continents, you know, Russian people always culturally like the United States, especially this Pimp My Ride program. In Russian, it's called Tachka na prakachku. A slang word for car in Russia is tachka. I think this show is very creative and it's so interesting to watch like normal American people giving them very strange American cars to make something creative with it because you know it's completely different world for us, for the people who grew up in Soviet panel houses and driving like these old Soviet cars, you know. Today I feel closer to my American comrades. Hello to you. So much fun posters they have, isn't it? Have a nice poop, thank you. This place definitely has a sense of humor. That was a good one. I would definitely come back again for another crazy burgers. Burgers in Russia is not our daily style of food because in Russia we have fashion of Russian Soviet canteens and you can find videos about that on my channel too. And only one video I have already about American style of diner is from Moscow. It's called California. So yeah, sometimes you can meet this style of restaurants in Russia, but it's not very so much common. This is what's happening on Arbat Street. I feel like I need to walk outside after these burgers. Look, this is a tobacco shop, Churchill Tobacco. Misha, are you offended that I ate burgers without you? This is a place at night, it's very bright red colors like this. We have a lot of burgers restaurants in Russia, but not an American style diners. American style cafes is very rare to find. And myself, I've never been to the USA, and I would like to try once in my life a real style of American lunch diner. So many Chinese tourists walking in the city center. So you can imagine that Western food is not that many popular in Vladivostok, but we have more than 100 good Chinese restaurants. We all grew up watching MTV and American movies, and we know American food only from television, basically. And I imagine this American food is like very cozy style of food because they always drink this style of filter coffee and very cozy breakfast like some fried eggs with beans. But I'm scared about the size of American portions because I think if I would eat it a few times a day, I feel like my stomach would be very heavy, because in Russia we used to fashion of canteen food, and canteen normal style of lunch in Russia, it means that it has a few small dishes like soup, salad, and the main dish, but portions are not very big, and you can digest it more easy. Миша, скажи. Ай. You see, even Chinese people wear Adidas in Russia to be like locals. This is how harbor looks today. It's a low tide. And yeah, Misha see another dog and he wants to run very fast from me. It is so pretty here because I start to unpack yachts after the winter. And it now looks like a real yacht club. Look what you can find after the storm here on Vladivostok coast. It's pretty big shell, right? What type of food should I find next in Russia? Let me down below in the comments. And thank you so much, guys, for clicking on this one. I hope it was fun and interesting to watch. If you want to follow my life in the Far East of Russia and my crazy Russian adventures, please subscribe down below. And thank you so much for your awesome support and staying until the very end. And I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye bye.